please like, subscribe, and share all my videos. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Name of this title of this video is I'm Confused. Because somewhat I am somewhat confused. What I'm confused about is in New York City right now with the C virus thing, if you haven't had the jab, you cannot go into restaurants, movie theaters, plays, gyms, inside, anything inside. If you don't have the pass stating that you have been jabbed, right? In the schools, they want the kids now to all have a jab. Colleges is not allowing kids to go to colleges without the jab. Okay? So everywhere you look, this truck go by. Everywhere you look, you know, they're making more and more mandates for the citizens of the United States and the people in New York City. Now, what really got me confused is, here we pay taxes and are citizens of the city, but yet at the southern border, they're letting all these immigrants in here that hasn't had no shots, no testing, no nothing. Okay? They said that it's been up to 1 million people that crossed that border, 1 million adults and 200,000 children have crossed that border in the last fiscal period. Okay? Now, they're not testing these people. All right? They're not testing these people, and they're just getting them and putting them in buses and planes and shipping them all over the country. Now, that's what's confusing me. They could come here with no shots, no nothing. You don't even know, forget the C virus, you don't know what else they got. You don't know who they letting in. They're just getting them in, they're just bringing them in, putting them in buses and planes and sending them all over the United States. Right? But yet, you can't go into a restaurant, your kid can't go to school and all this other shit because of the C virus. But yet, they letting these people in and do what they want to do. You know, sending them everywhere. They not showing no tests. They don't have no cards. Okay? Now you got the other thing going on in Afghanistan. They sending these people over here by the plane loads. They sending these people by the plane loads. Have these people been tested? I saw on the news, it's just like people just running, jumping on planes. These people are not tested. They're not nothing either. So now you got people coming from different parts of the world, have not been tested, and yet you cannot go to the movies, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't do nothing without having a card saying that you had the jab. Okay? That's what I'm confused about. How could you have a set of rules for citizens of this country and another set of rules for people that's just coming here? They said these Afghan people that's coming over here, I live in New York, and they said they have a lot of Afghan communities in New York because New York is 54% immigrants in Queens. Queens is 54% immigrants. So there's more immigrants in Queens than there's people that actually was born in the United States. All right? And they're sending a lot of these Afghanistan people right here to New York City because they say they have Afghan communities. All right? Now, here you go. You still can't do nothing in New York. Now they can ready to stockpile New York with these people. I ain't got nothing against these people, but at the same time, all rules should apply. These people should be tested, and if they test positive, whatever, they should be sent back to where they came from. But that's not happening, and it's not fair. It's not fair, you know. And your president, you don't know what the hell is going on. You know, I look at him. You know, they remind me of The Sopranos. Who remember in The Sopranos when the guy that was the head before Tony died of cancer, and they're trying to figure out who's gonna be the next boss. And they said, Tone, you gonna be the next boss, you in line. He said, nah, I don't want that shit. He said, let Uncle June do it. You remember that? And they said, okay, they said, why June? June is old, he's senile, he don't know what's going on, he's out of date. And he said, exactly. He said, June don't have a family, he has nothing to lose. Now, I kind of relate that to Joe Biden in a sense. I think they did the same thing with him. You remember when the election was going on and he was like in 5th place in the Democratic race for the president? He was in 5th place. You had Kamala Harris was ahead of him, Michael Bloomberg was ahead of him, Elizabeth Warren was ahead of him, Bernie Sanders was ahead of him. All these people was ahead of him. And one at a time, they all dropped out and said they supporting Joe. So he went from 5th to 1st because all of those people dropped out and said they were supporting him. Now you look at what's going on in the world. This shit is back to what it was. And some people might not like me saying this, but I'm going to say it. It's going back to pre-Trump. When Trump was in office, we didn't have that Middle East shit. There's no more ISIS. You ain't hear about that. You ain't hear nothing about the Taliban. All the people coming across the border was not coming across the border. In 8 months, you got people coming to this country from everywhere. These people ain't got no shots. They don't have nothing. You don't know what they bringing over here. And that's what it is. And right now, they're using Joe Biden the same way the Sopranos used Uncle June to be the fall guy. You remember when the Sopranos, when the feds came after them, they got Uncle June. They didn't get Tony, they got Uncle June because they knew he was the fall guy. The same thing going on with Biden. You really think Biden is doing this shit? He can't even make a coherent sentence. The other day I'm watching news, he's on vacation, they got him to come out, he came out for 4 minutes, and when the reporter started asking a question, he ran off the stage. Didn't answer not one question. Not one question. It's the same thing on The Sopranos. He's the fall guy. He don't know what's going on. I can't really blame him because he don't know what's going on. He's the fall guy. The powers that be that control the world is controlling the world. It ain't Joe Biden. Kamala Harris is supposed to be the overseer of the border. You don't even see her. She's hiding. You know why? Because she's going to be the first one to throw him under the bus. See, it's all set up. Oh, well, we get rid of Joe. It's a good thing, just like they did Cuomo. We put a woman in there. Now we got a woman of color, as they call it, in the White House. See, that make a whole lot of people happy. But the reality is, she can't do the job either. She's just going to be another patsy. I don't know what the United States is coming to, but it's the same thing. Joe Biden is a patsy for all of the shit that's going on. It's not going to stop. It's only been 8 months. Think about the shape the United States is after 8 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. You got people coming to this country from the southern border. That wasn't happening. You got these Middle Eastern people. Got over there. That shit is going crazy over there again. And where they coming? To the United States. Where they coming to? Our neighborhoods. Trust me. They're not sending them out to Dix Hills. They're not sending them out to Beverly Hills. They're not sending them out to Colorado Springs. They're sending them to your neighborhood. That's what they're sending them to. So, like I said, I'm confused. And I think most of us should be confused because this shit is confusing. How could you have one set of rules for the people that live in this country, that pay taxes in this country, that built this country, another set of rules for people that just come in here and gonna get everything free? These people gonna get everything free. Your taxes are gonna go up, okay, to support these people. These people gonna get food stamps, they can get Medicaid, they can get Social Security, they can get welfare, they can get housing, they're gonna get everything, and we can't get shit. Now you think about it. Y'all have a good day. Like I say, share, like, and subscribe my videos. Hit that thumbs up button. Peace.